Welcome to the reptile convention. Yes, we know what I'm talking about. Scales, fierce, slimy. These creatures are both good at night and at day. Let's talk to the people to see if they're really the best creatures for reptiles in this year. Is he still cranied or is he Boulder?
Boulder.
As I thought so. That's so cute and purified. Do you know if he's an aged raider or what is he?
I'm not really sure.
Yeah, he might be because you can usually tell by the circle eyes.
All types of rats, mice, whatever you want, we got it.
And how'd you get into these fine fellows?
Global, just working with Mitch Beam.
Global on, yeah. I know those dudes. When was the first slime for some of these guys?
I'm sorry?
When was the first slime for some of these guys?
The first time...
The first slime for some of these guys.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
When was the first slime for some of these guys?
The first time?
Slime for one of these guys.
I'm not sure what you're asking.
First slime for some of these guys.
The first time?
Slime.
Oh, slime? You mean like the shedding? Okay. The shedding...
Wow, look at this. An ancient wooden reptile. You can see from the grains that these were the first that came to the earth and have still survived to this day. A very unique breed and pride. Taking a quick fiver from all those guys crawling around.
Fontana Cal geckos in Fontana, California.
That's just like the real thing that could hop out of here.
It does indeed.
You want to see him evolve?
Yeah.
You have to be careful. You have to start very slowly, just, stroking them. And I advise wearing a light glove and just do that. And then after a while, they're fine.
Okay, cool.
And I like them because they give live birth, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw that on the... Did you see the first one or the second one?
Second.
Me too. That's a great one to grade on, and I think like what you're gonna find is that because of the smaller fenders, that's gonna be the one that survives right there.
Right.
All right, you guys have a great one. Touch soon.
All
right. Does need any help?
No, we're good. Thanks.
I guess that means that's it. As these mini monsters move on out, we find out the Reptile Convention is one of the most fun places to learn and be educated. They do not anthropomorphize, nor do they antedate. Please come to your next Reptile Convention and support. These little mini monsters are straight from the heart.
Pink, we say black. You say Bieber, we say beer sack. You say emo, we say fallen angel. You say pop, we say rock. You twerk, that's cute, but we mosh.
I decided I'm gonna start gaslighting you.
You're gonna start gaslighting me?
That's not what I said.
I don't need to be nice to you. I don't know you. I don't even know your name. I don't know you. It's not a problem because it's not my problem. Yeah, I think I'm so special that I don't have to be nice to you. Exactly. That's how I feel. Yes, that's how I feel. For sure. I've known her way longer than 5 years.
It's Wednesday and I'm off to work, but unfortunately for personal reasons I'm going to be unreliable and an absolute cunt. There, I've said it.
Iron City Light from the 90s, back-to-back Stanley Cup champs, 91, 92, Penguins. This thing must have had a leak somewhere. It's only about a quarter full, it feels like. Sounded like that opened and dust came out. That's all we got. That's all we got. Holy shit, that smells bad. Cheers. That tasted like dirty sewer water. I don't know if it's because I had a small leak or whatever, but that shit tastes like it was brewed out of my fucking toilet. 1 out of 10.
My style is ridiculous.
Give me the bum bum bum, yes yes. Give me the bum bum nim nim. Give me the bum bum bum, yes yes. Give me the bum bum nim nim.
He got it. He finally got it, and he's freaking out. The forbidden stick. The owner just does not care. Some people are like, what the fuck is going on? What is that guy doing? He's gonna keep jumping for it. Look. Look at him go. Forbidden stick.
Ten facts against libertarians who say that minimum wage shouldn't exist. Here's number 1. But minimum wage is only for teenagers and college kids. So first off, when FDR put minimum wage into law, he said no business which depends for its existence on paying less than living wages to its workers has any right to continue in this country. And by living wages, I mean more than a bare subsistence level. I mean the wages of a decent living. But also, researchers have found that up to 46% of foster care kids end up homeless by the age of 26. It doesn't matter how old you are, you need a living wage when you start. Argument number 2, nobody makes minimum wage anymore. If you break it down by groceries, electricity, and rent costs, it took about 138.21 hours to pay for median rent, electricity, and groceries in 1940. In order to do it in the same hours today, you would need to make more than $15 an hour. But today, about a third of our workforce makes less than $15 an hour, which means an entire third of our workforce makes less than what minimum wage was equivalent to in 1940. So even though few people make minimum wage, a third of our workforce makes less than what minimum wage was. Argument number 3, but minimum wage will just make things more expensive. Actually, if you factor in the prices of rent, groceries, and power, and taxes all on median wage, the states with the higher minimum wage also have more money left over on median wage after all of that stuff is spent. Which means even though the price of groceries and rent and stuff go up, they don't go up by that much. And this is the same in history too. And minimum wage has been increased more frequently to match inflation. Rent has also been easier to afford. Same with groceries and everything else. Number 4, you can't compare minimum wage to median rent. You have to compare minimum wage with minimum housing, right? No, median rent is minimum housing. Studies have shown that the median income of renters is literally less than half of the median income of homeowners. And 72% of renters say that they want to own a home. And since the homeowner rate in the United States is 60-66, that means the bottom 34% are renters. The median rent represents the price range of the bottom 30% of the population. Median rent is minimum housing. Number 5, just get a job or learn a trade. Let's say that happens. Let's say that that person working at that restaurant gets another job, and then the person who comes in eventually finds a job, and so on and so on and so on. Eventually, somebody's going to be there who needs that job. That job is open, and that is the pay that's being offered at that job. So, what happens to the person eventually working there? Just because somebody is stuck working that job and they don't have the experience necessary or the skills necessary to find another one yet, should they starve? If the answer is no, then that person needs to have a living wage. Number 6, the market will decide wages. If enough people leave their job, then that would create demand and wages will go up. Unfortunately, workers can't do that. Up to 78% of the United States workforce is living paycheck to paycheck. They can't lose their jobs. They cannot decrease their hours or leave their company to create demand and find another job. They need to be working. Number 7, are you you telling me that the government should be able to dictate how much I pay my employees? Yes, just like the government should be able to tell you to abide by all the other safety and quality standards. Just like the government has the right to tell you not to serve expired food. Government laws exist for a reason. They have every right to tell you how much you're allowed to pay your employees. Number 8, but a minimum wage increase would eliminate jobs. 400,000 Americans work 2 full-time jobs and still can't afford to pay rent. That's more than 10% of the United States cannot afford rent on 2 full-time jobs. If one of their jobs go away and the other one starts paying a living wage, they're at a net gain. They're working half the hours, but also making their ends meet. That's a good thing. But what about small businesses? Small businesses will go out of business. First, giving the majority of the population more expendable income will mean more profit for small businesses. Second, if your small business can't afford to pay a living wage, then you don't have a viable business model anyway. And sometimes businesses fail if they can't keep up with society. Capitalism, am I right? And lastly, 10. This is where they go off on some other tangent that's not really relevant to the conversation. Usually this includes some sort of insult, loaded question, or circular argument, but don't worry, they're just mad. Eventually they'll forget all about this, but the people around you will have learned something new.
We just got a call that you guys were acting suspicious and ducking down and all that good stuff. But
okay.
I've drove by a couple times and
this is all we're doing, just First Amendment stuff.
What is First Amendment? What's that say on there? Money runs the world?
This one says, money runs the world and Jews own the banks. The truth's anti-Semitic. And the other one, it says the Holocaust didn't happen, but it should have. Okay. And we should wake up.
Is there a website on there?
Yeah, you can go check us out, t.me/crew319.
Is that like
it's an activist group.
Okay.
I just do stuff like this. First, man, I try to keep it legal.
All right. You have any, well, I see you have a weapon on you. Keep your hands in your pockets for me, please. I appreciate it. Any guns or anything like that on you?
No.
No? Okay. Would you mind IDing?
No.
Okay. No problem.
I'm not going to give you my ID.
Okay. No problem.
How's it going, officer?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
What's that?
I'm doing fantastic.
Good. What do we got going on today?
First Amendment stuff, trying to spread the truth.
Okay, cool. I'm having a commander come over here just to verify that it is okay to have these signs up here. Just double checking. We were called out here for you guys, so that's why we're out here.
I understand.
We're not trying to give you guys issues, do whatever, but
I get issues
like cops a lot. So.
Hey, ma'am.
Is this going to be taken down?
So we're gonna have a commander check with Sydney. We're gonna see if they have
No,
to
this
be.
is hate speech.
What's wrong, Tons of Fun? You don't like the message?
The fucking Holocaust did happen.
Oh, it did?
Oh my fucking god.
Wait. Stop.
It fucking happened.
You want to go to jail?
I don't fucking care. My community is being hurt. No, get the fuck off me.
Back up.
Jewish? What do you mean by your community? Are you Jewish?
Doesn't matter if I'm fucking Jewish. I'm a fucking human being. This is bullshit. Take it down. You know for a fact that our community is being hurt by this.
Listen, whether or not I agree with it is an issue here.
No.
Right
It does not matter if you fucking agree or not.
It probably falls under free speech, okay?
No, it does not. Free speech does not mean freedom of fucking consequence.
Okay.
You know that.
I don't think you know what you're talking about.
I do know what I'm talking about. Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay.
This is hate speech. You know how many fucking people died?
Walk over this way.
No, I'm not gonna fucking walk over here. Please keep your hands off me.
So listen.
No, this is bullshit.
Stop yelling.
You know this is wrong.
Stop yelling, okay? Whether or not I agree with it personally is not the issue, okay?
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. So
It does not matter. You know these guys are wrong.
Yes, I understand they're wrong, okay? But they're protected by law, okay? We have the amendments. I can't do anything about it.
This is bullshit and you know it.
Okay.
You fucking know it.
Do you think if I stomp over the rights that'll make it better for you?
Yes, because
No,
they'll
it
still have
won't.
consequences.
No.
Yes, it is true. Holy shit, dude.
What about that you think is criminal?
What about that? It is literally causing harm. You know how many people fucking died in the Holocaust? They're denying. They're spreading hatred.
Stop yelling, okay? I'm not yelling at you. Quit yelling at me, okay?
I'm sorry.
Listen.
This is so upsetting.
Listen to me, okay? For this to be criminal, it would have to cause some kind of other actual tangible harm, okay? So
How do you tell me this is not causing
okay,
harm?
so listen to me. With us enforcing freedom of speech stuff, it's like the fire at a movie theater example, okay? You go in a movie theater and yell fire when there is no fire, you cause a panic, something like that. That's not free speech. These guys saying the Holocaust didn't happen. It's not. It's free speech. There's nothing we can do about
That's
that.
such bullshit.
Why?
You know
Why?
that. Why are you causing? Why are you letting them cause and spread hatred?
Because it's not illegal to hate people.
Are you fucking kidding me? That is your excuse for letting them hate something, of denying people the right to exist.
Do you think it's illegal to say that?
It is illegal to say it. I don't fucking care if it's
Okay, well,
freedom
there you
of
go.
speech.
The sergeant made the decision, okay?
Thank you. That is all I wanted. That is bullshit.
Hey, in the future, stuff like that.
I don't know. I'm gonna stand up for my community because clearly it's something you can't fucking do.
Jesus Christ. Enjoy your walk.
I had to give Grits a bath, but did you know that she loves to be swaddled? So context, chickens purr when they're happy. So watch this.
Is it like the baby like this? Put her up like this. Tuck this in like this. Tuck this other side in like this. And then I swoop it around. Whoa, sorry about that. And I swoop it around so she has something to lay her head on. Like this. Like this.
Hello. Then she'll settle down into it. She loves it so much. I love her. Where'd you go? She's a happy girl.
The leaves of a carrot are green, so only if he dyes his hair green can he be a real carrot hop. I think if he dyes his hair green, then his hair will look more like a broccoli. Then he will become broccoli top. And when he's older, he will be cauliflower top.
Jelly beans. A sweet and sugary version of something children already can't get enough of. Raw, uncooked beans. But jelly beans are not just for the young. They're also for the young at heart, which is a playful way of saying comically old. As you can see, the jelly beans are being handled with special gloves. Don't worry, there's nothing wrong with the jelly beans. It's just that this is still an active crime scene. Jelly beans come in a variety of flavors. Some popular flavors include sour apple, kung pao pony, carnival goldfish, Paleozoic erytrilobite, and fan favorite slippery toad. Here, Mrs. Trust Fund and her great-great-granddaughter Trudy are in the market for some jelly beans. Mrs. Trust Fund has something of a sweet tooth. Plus, it's nearly time to feed her hat. Traditionally, jelly beans are mostly sold beneath overpasses and in shadowy portable restrooms, but some pharmacies have begun to carry them as well. They always make sure to place the delicious pill-shaped candies mere inches away from the wall of narcotics and stimulants. Plus, 1 out of every 38 jelly beans is a strong sedative. The candy company calls it bean roulette, but the courts usually call it wrongful death. And here is where the magic happens. No, this is not the fabled realm of Fantonia, the land of blood and whispers, but the factory where the jelly beans are made. This machine might seem a bit large to make jelly beans, but Bobcat pulp requires a lot of processing. This is Jelly Jean. Jelly Jean finds messes quite obscene. Some beans have fallen out of the machine, so to keep his scene serene, Jean takes time to clean the beans. Here, some folks play the card game Poseidon's Secret. They are playing for jelly beans. The winner is the first to get rid of all their cards, or before the sedatives render them unconscious.
When bitches can't grow up.
Go cry about it, bitch.